Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my Planet Explorers tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on continuing the search for David Sly, as we have not yet finished this quest. We have found his backpack but little else, so let's see what trouble we can get into today. Well, for starters, you can see I now have 3 walking torches. How handy is that? Especially when we get to some of the darker places within the game, within the tunnels and all sorts. Anyway, so you'll notice the first thing, since we got back and fought off them monster waves, that Gertie has now got out of her incubator, so she's now up and about, which means one thing really to us, and that is that we can now go up to her, right click and go to the shop and have a constant food supply, which we can use the resources, which you can see after the last episode I was busy. I got into the mining zone big time. I was mining for hours because it's very enjoyable actually within Planet Explorers, the fact that you can carve out some tremendous underground spaces and create some great bases, if you like. So, but at the same time you're getting all these resources, and the iron, as you can see, is worth six meat each piece of iron, so I boil a tremendous amount. But like I say, I normally just sell my marble and stone. I use them too, and also I sell the limestone because they're worth some money. So anyway, so there we are, that's Gertie, she's up and about, and we now have an additional shop we can use for getting our favourite smoked sausages. Okay, but continuing on then, because we really need to find out what's happened to this David Sly. It's not looking too promising for him. So let's first go to Alan.
I don't know. Chen wants to go take another look tomorrow, but I'm expecting the worst. This is a dangerous land we crashed on.
That's for sure, with some of the creatures that we've seen. But thankfully, I have my secret... Where have they gone? My secret weapons, which will help. We come in peace, at least with some sentry guns, that is. Anyway, so continuing on.
I told you before that there were lifeboats that landed to the west of here. You should probably go and see if there are any survivors. I'll stay here until Gertie gets better. We need to start considering the long-term strategy here. If there aren't too many survivors, we will have a hard time lasting until the next ship arrives. I think we need to find a way to go to where the Epiphany crashed. Before that, we need to regroup with all the survivors around here. That'll be your job.
So basically he's telling us that we've got to go around rounding up survivors, and that's where a lot of fun comes into Planet Explorers. I'm not going to give the game away yet because I will be showing it in later episodes, but I can tell you now a couple of them, the survivors that we need to rescue. One is just a boss fight, and another one is just purely using our brains in order to manipulate the environment in order to save them, and it's just a ton of fun. Anyway, so I won't choose that one because I don't want to upset him, so we'll go with this. I'll come back.
Set up a base camp somewhere safe and we can all move there to plan our next move. It's better than having a bunch of splinter groups roaming around.
I totally agree. Okay, so that's talking to Alan, and I'm not sure whether it's finished. Let's just go over to him. They do tend to wander off. Okay, this is if you want to get the backstory with each of the NPCs you meet, you can click this.
I've always wanted to be in space exploring, but my family was poor, so I never got the chance when I was young. Before you know it, I'm past 60. One day I saw the sign up for the colony missions on the net and just filled it out. I pretty much left everything behind to live a dream, and now it's turned into a dramatic nightmare.
Okay, so you can get the backstory with a lot of the characters within Planet Explorers, which helps to fill the story out and give you the lore behind it. So I generally will go through that with a lot of them. Okay, now I know I finished this quest that he's given me, but I'm not going to complete it yet. I want to actually show that on camera how you complete that quest. Okay, remember this is where you buy the headlamps, so you can make free walking torches, which your character's included as well. Also, you can get all your medications from him, so make sure you top up on all of them from his shop. Okay, next then, that's Alan finished with. Let's now go to Chen and move the story along, because otherwise some of you is going to be falling asleep and the snoring will definitely distract me. Okay.
Yeah, they've evolved from battling other giants on this planet. We'll need to figure out a way to make better weapons if we're to last long here. It'd be great if the weapons cache on the Epiphany is still intact. You did a really great job protecting this camp. So here's the script for building an artillery cannon. Use it well.
Always worth talking to them with all of the entries for the conversation choices they have, because like you can see here, talking about something which you'd think you was all over with, you'll get given gifts, which is always nice, isn't it? Okay, so we've just got another quest, finding more survivors from Chen, but we've not finished with Chen yet. So let's talk to him again. I wish I had a way of routing him to the spot.
It's a no-brainer really. A new world with no fighting, no pollution, untold riches. Who wouldn't want that? I lost my parents when our transport ship was hit by a Martian torpedo in the 80-day war when I was 5, so I had nothing holding me back. Though, if someone had told me that we would crash land and be in this mess, I might have thought about it for a couple of seconds.
And right, okay, so this is the last one we talked to him about, because this means we're going to need to move off. So what you should do first of all is check the shop, make sure you've got enough bullets, which I've got 1329 now, so I'm like armed to the teeth, so I'm all good when it comes to ammo. I might change my other follower to a gun as well soon, but for now let's move the quest along.
I'll go take another look there tomorrow. There are other more troubling possibilities for David's disappearance.
Oh, here we go. Right, okay, so he's given us this quest, go to the giant tree again. So what we can do, now that we've already found the giant tree, we can bring up the map, we can click on the giant tree and fast travel there. How cool is that? So that saves a lot of wasted time, me just running through the landscape. Although, like you know, the first time we go to a new area, we have no choice but to, I have no choice but to show that. But it's good because it shows you the hazards on the way, in the way of creatures or terrain. So everything serves a good purpose. Anyway, here we are, we're back at the tree. Let's now progress the quest. Chen has magically appeared there too.
I don't know, but he's a tough guy. He shouldn't go down that easily.
Okay, so we've got now a new location on the map. Danger in the sky, investigate the red corona nest. So if we look at the map, you can see now that we've got to go to the north of us. So this time hopefully I'm going to run in the right direction, which should be this way. Yeah. And let's move the quest along. Now I'm going to sprint for as much as I can so we can get there a bit quicker. Notice on the mini map the 3 blue dots of course are Chen and my 2 companions. Oh, why is one fallen back? We'll just wait for them. Also, always keep an eye on your food, and always make sure you keep some food on your followers so they can always eat as well. Just drop some food, and you see they just ate, so you'll hear them eating, and you can see the food going down anyway. So let's just check. Oh, he hasn't got any food, and I'm running out of food. I should have bought some more, but I'll get some later. For now, there's some food. Notice I've loaded them up with healing herbal juices so they can heal themselves as well. I'm still in the process of testing out whether they can revive themselves. I think I've given them a revival shot. Yeah, I have. So if Charlotte goes down, we can see whether she's able to revive herself or whether I've got to do it. Okay, we're nearly there. It's that we can see in the distance. Let's eat some food. Okay, now when you get near here, there you go, it'll auto trigger. Somehow keep, well, I didn't see the rest of that, I was reading too slowly, but let's see where he's going. Now when we get close to here, we are going to be attacked, but fortunately we've got my little friends. Oh, here we go. Right, so what I'm gonna do, a good safe practice within Planet Explorers is when you know there's danger lurking there, get yourself close to somewhere where it's got either an overhang so the creatures can't get ridiculously, they can't swamp you, or dig yourself a little tunnel, which doesn't take long and will ensure that you're going to be safe. So I know we're going to do some battling here. So what I can do is find my tool, which let's use the shovel, and we can dig ourselves quickly a nice little hole to jump into should things go terribly wrong, which invariably when I'm playing a game they do. But this is just one of the things I absolutely love about Planet Explorers. The fact that you can just dig yourself a safe hole, nice and simply, nice and quickly, and it can just, it's just, well, I just love terraforming anyway, so. But this has added functionality that it's actually here for my safety. Okay. Now let's just see if I can get inside. Now I need to go a little bit deeper. At least there's plenty of light shed on the subject. Oh, here we go. Now what I'll do, yep, they're all around us, so quickly throw down some guns. Oh, you just gotta love them guns. And then run back into it. I should have called this series The Coward's Way of Going Through Planet Explorers. Let's go grab these lovely resources, which equates to money, which equates to us buying better toys and armaments and armour. So it's all good. Oh, we got some diamonds as well, which is pretty cool. They are big nasty birds. I could hit them with my shovel, but I don't think that'll do much good. Oh, and I'm getting a ton of resources as well. How cool is that? You just gotta love that. Okay, so there's going to be so many waves of them that attack us. Always remember to refill your guns. The last thing we want to do is be caught with no ammo in them. And harvest up all of this lovely meat and other materials which we will be able to use for creating all manner of cool objects or items. And I love the way it's so simple to just refill your guns. No really long laborious process, you just simply right click fill and then click refill. So cool. They really have done a fantastic job on this game. Okay, right, are there any more? Probably, but let's stop hiding and actually get on with some questing. Hiding behind my guns. The nice thing is you can see they're really quick and easy to place down. I know I make it look slow, but that's just because I am slow. The rest of you no doubt would have 6 guns whipped out in the blink of an eye, and whatever it is that was attacking you would be deceased. I think it's looking though pretty safe now. Can't see no more of them big birds. So what we now need to do is come over to here. You can see the circle that we've got to get to and take a look around. So we're leading Chen into this circle. Ah, right, okay, he's now ready to talk to. Yes, it's a word I've not seen used in a while, so it scares him. Okay, let's continue on the quest. I'd agree with that. Okay, so he's going back. So that is that part of that quest done. The next thing for us to do, of course, now is to head to the next area. In fact, let's first go back and see if there's an update back at the main camp to do with this David Sly quest. As you can see though, an interesting ruin left in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, let's travel back, excuse me, sorry about that, to the Carter camp. And I believe we made a ton of meat just by killing them coronas. I think that's what they were called. Restock on our ammo, although I don't believe I used too much ammo up. Let's just have a look. Oh yeah, I used a fair amount. And as I'm getting a lot of money now, it does make good sense to keep my ammo topped up. No, it's not him. Let's see if there's anyone else with anything to say. What about Chen, or is he done? Let's buy the bullets. Let's now get our money back. Which should be 700, I believe. Oh, slightly more. Right, okay, we got our money back. We'll grab some more food. So, it looks to me then like the next thing for us to do is now to head off to this other location to do the next quest, finding more survivors. Because there's little else for us to do here. So, let's look on the mapper. Now it's in this direction, so it makes sense for us to fast travel to the crater, which is on our way, because this is where we've got to get to. I love the way that we can fast travel across the map. Just absolutely brilliant. Saves a lot of wasted time. Okay, so we now need to head in this direction. You'll see that I have been further mining this crater out, and I have gathered a lot of resources, as you could see from it. Very worthwhile doing that, as not only can you get to make lots of money, lots of meat through selling the resources, but obviously when we get onto better tools and better tools, we'll have the materials to make them with. Okay, now if I remember correctly, we're going to have to walk around this big rock. At least I'm not too concerned about what creatures we come across, because I'll just slap down a few of my sentry guns. They will do the peacekeeping for me. Of course, if I wanted to, I could build a big bridge over this huge hill, or whatever you want to call it, but that would take too much time. Although it is quite quick to build bridges and all sorts in Planet Explorers. Okay, here we go. Now, I think this is a creature that I've got to attack. I think it's a rhino wolf. The trouble is, though, there's more than one, and they can do a hefty amount of damage, these rhino wolves. But in the interests for viewing, let's show you taking down a dino wolf and how many resources you get from them. For this, I will use my full array of guns, and I will spread them out like so. Okay, what I'm going to need to do is equip my... Oh no, they're running off. That's not what I want. Equip my weapon. Oh no, I can't attack it with the shovel. I was hoping I could, but I couldn't. So let's equip the gun, in fact. Why not? Yep, that works alright. Okay, now what I've got to do is get aggression. If I can find where I placed my guns. I'm getting a bit disorientated here. Okay, let's go back into my pocket, because it's changed my view and totally made me get lost with where I oh, there's the guns. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is do a quick attack. Then all the guns will do the work for me. But there is more than one, so I need to be careful. See how tough they are? There's one running after me, as you can see. Now let's see how much resources we get. Yeah, quite a bit. The thing is though that I still haven't killed excuse me, sorry about that. I still haven't killed a rhino wolf, so them creatures could not be the rhino wolf. So what I'm going to do, refill my gun and get them. No sense in wasting ammo on them creatures. Of course, this happens to be in the right place at the right time. Need to get a little extra meat. Okay, let's carry on getting my guns back and continue on with the quest. Find more survivors. I don't know what has happened to David Sly, or whether the game has decided just to move on from him, but maybe we'll find out more about him in the story as we progress. Okay, let's go over here and grab the resources that were dropped by this creature, and let's continue on our way. So there we are, a little bit of combat for you with one of them rhino creatures. It is a very big world to travel around in, and of course later on you can create vehicles to travel around in, but I like the pace of it so far with how it's going.
Look! Another survivor!
So here we are, that's now opened up 2 new quests. So let's click on Lau first of all.
I'm Lau, a member of the mineralogy team, and I'm so happy to finally see another human face around here. We landed a bit southwest of here, right into the nests of some monsters. 2 of my friends were killed the moment we left the boat, and a couple others were caught. We had to make a run for it.
Okay, now generally before I click the main quest icon to get it moving along, I check the shop. Always check the shops. Always worth to see if there's some new upgrades. And indeed we do. We've now got the iron tools. Well, we've got the iron shovel and we've got the iron axe. So there we go. And we should have the iron pickaxe. Yep, we have. So I'm going to buy the scripts for them. And also you'll notice there's a flashlight now. Let's buy one of them. And let's see if there's any other scripts that I'll need. Oh, I may as well buy that. Oh, there's the timer. Ah, and here's another scanner update. So we'll be able to find silver, zinc and petroleum. But the timer's gone, so I will finish this episode here because it's conveniently led us to a new questing starting points. And I'll try to do the episodes like that, going from one quest to the next. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode on Planet Explorers. Goodbye.